Hey everyone, welcome back to Madridista Notes channel. We played Barcelona in the preseason friendly, and Real Madrid fans have been taking it really seriously. I don't know why. It was our first game of the season, preseason, after our players came back from their vacations. We are only getting our fitness and everything back, and our players need a little bit more time to get into the rhythm, get into the fitness levels to play the matches competitively. It's a friendly for a reason. So Barcelona will of course take it seriously because they need all the wins they can right now. They have been having trophyless seasons and whatnot. So yeah, they will of course take it more seriously than us. It was their third game of the preseason or something like that. I don't really care how many preseason games they are playing and everything. So they were more into their rhythm. They were more fit. Their players were more fit for the game, and they gave it a go. You could see how seriously they took it. Like they were going for really reckless tackles on Vinicius and stuff like that. I don't know, they were taking it like a Champions League knockout game or something. Maybe they did, or whatever. It's not our concern, because as long as we come out of the preseason with all of our players uninjured and in top shape physically, and match fitness for the European Super Cup game on 10th of August, then I think that's a fruitful preseason. Anyone who takes the results in preseason for serious, I don't know. They should follow some different sport or something. I don't know. Football isn't for them. And the hysterics that's going on social media in the Real Madrid fan base because Benzema didn't play, and when Benzema doesn't play, our attack isn't as organized, our attacking play, and we struggle for goals. And another point was playing Alaba as a center half and Rudiger as the left back. And Ancelotti did explain why he played Rudiger as the left back. He doesn't want to break up the CV partnership from last season that served him well of Militao and Alaba. So he will do some experiments, and preseason is the perfect time to do experiments. What do people expect? I don't really know. What do people expect? This is the time when if you do mistakes, you get away with it. You do your experiments. You see what can work, what do not work, which player can work for you, which player cannot work for you, what system you need to tweak, and stuff like that. So I don't know why people are giving reactionary about these things. Let the man get his experiments out of the way as early as possible, so we can start with a clear idea to how to start the season with the new signings. We brought in Rudiger, of course, and Tchouaméni, Valverde, and Camavinga for the midfield for the first half. And it's a new midfield totally, and it's a midfield that all of Real Madrid fan base should look forward to. After the magnificent success of the KCM midfield, we can look forward to this midfield. It lacks a little bit in the creative part, which Modric does, but when it comes to the defensive side of the game, the pressing side of the game, the physical side of the game, this midfield is just complete. Valverde, Camavinga, and Tchouaméni, they complement it's just a complete midfield with Tchouaméni the deepest, Camavinga and Valverde on each side. I think you cannot get better than these if you want an industrious midfield who will press really well and stuff like that. If you give this kind of midfield to a club, or to a manager like Klopp or something like that, I think it will be devastating. It will be really devastating. The amount of turnovers they will create, they will do, and the chances of counter attacks, it will be amazing. So on that part, I hope when the contract with Liverpool ends, or when he leaves Liverpool, Florentino Perez or Real Madrid's board go for Klopp, because with the young core that we have, with the kind of players we have in our squad right now, after the old guards, Modric, Cruz, Casemiro, I think we are primed, we are ready to go for a more front foot style of game, more pressing style of game that we haven't been really doing. We are more on the passive side of the game, selective. We select the phase of the game when our team wants to go on the pressing. It's phases. It's phases. It comes and goes. It's never really intense like what Liverpool do, and what Guardiola's team do and stuff like that. But we can look forward to something like that if we get a manager like Klopp in future, hopefully. And the result really doesn't matter. That it was 1-0 to Barcelona, and they can be happy about it. I don't really care. So what we can take from it is that our players got the minutes under their belts, got a little bit of run around. Let's go to the next preseason match, which is against Club America on Wednesday, and that's it. Let's move on to some other news. There is a news on transfer. Aranca Mobile on Aranca Rodriguez, whose handle name on Twitter is Aranca Mobile, has confirmed that Real Madrid and Getafe are getting close to a deal, and Mario Cortegana has confirmed that Real Madrid and Getafe are getting close to a deal of 10 million euros for Borja Mayoral. And I think if Ancelotti has given the green light, and he doesn't really rate him to be the understudy for Benzema, then it doesn't really matter. Really, it's better if we let him go. Maybe he wants to get the minutes, and maybe look for a spot in the World Cup position. The problem here is that we are only left with Mariano, and Ancelotti is trying Hazard as the false nine or something like that. None of which inspires any confidence. So hopefully Mariano somehow decides to leave with one of the offers he will get, hopefully, and the board is forced to look for a solution and look for a better backup forward for Benzema. And on the right wing position, we are hearing there are rumors that Newcastle United is interested in Marco Asensio or something like that. But we are also hearing that Asensio wants to stay this season. He wants to fight and stuff like that, blah blah blah. So we have heard these things before. It doesn't really matter, because he isn't going to be the first choice anyway. So I don't think he is going to. If he wants to be the first choice, he has to show something really good, and that way he can get into the Spain squad too, because in the last friendlies I think he played for Spain. And if you're not in the first 11 or the first choice on right wing, I don't think Enrique is going to take him to Qatar. And so it's in his best interest to look for a team where he will be first choice and just leave quietly. And so then we will have the opportunity to go for a right wing option, because we don't have much. I don't know if Ancelotti is going to use Vasquez as the backup for Rodrigo or something if Real Madrid doesn't back him that will be really disastrous, because we have seen Vasquez is someone who works hard and stuff like that, but he's not quality. Rodrigo is not quality when he's playing for right wing. When he's playing from the left wing or the left forward position and stuff like that, he is really good. He has really good decision making when it comes to the final third. And so playing him right wing, it takes away a lot from his game, but what can we do? We don't really have any choices here. If the board doesn't want to go for our players and thinks that the squad is good enough to go for the new season, that's what they will do. And if things go south, then they will blame it all on Ancelotti and sack him. That's how Perez deals with things anyway, stuff like that. But every single fan knows that if you want to go with this attack, that is heavily dependent on Benzema and Vinicius's goals. When they're absent, you'll suffer. Any of them absent, you'll suffer. That's just logical. That's just logical. When Benzema won't be here, he will be fatigued, because there is a whole as World Cup in the middle of the season. In November, December, there will be a World Cup, and we don't know which players might get injured, which players will come really mentally, physically fatigued, and then we can see a drop in form after the World Cup and stuff like that. We need to change a lot of things. In those cases, we don't know if Benzema will keep the great form he has for the last two seasons. He will transfer the same form into the next into this season. We just really don't know, because even though Benzema has been clinical, he has had seasons before where he lost that consistency, and he suffered from lack of goals. It happened. It has happened. We have seen that kind of situation. So betting on it, banking on Benzema having the same kind of consistency and form for this season again, and Vinicius is a little risky, but the board seems to be happy with that, and they have conveyed that to Ancelotti, and Ancelotti has conveyed it to the press. He has said that his squad is complete. He is happy with it. The market is closed for Real Madrid. He said it in the press conference after the match against Barcelona. So there is not much there, because we have heard contradicting reports that if we can get rid of Asensio, Mayoral, Mariano, players like that, then they will go into the market again. And Ancelotti has admitted himself in that the attack lacks quality. Their attack was lacking quality in the match. So there is contradictory reports coming out, and so it will be an interesting month of August transfer wise, because we don't know if someone will take Mariano off our hands. If we don't know if someone will take Asensio off our hands. These players are not really in high demand. No one is really asking for them like that, and so if the board cannot really sell at least one of them, they won't go into the market. Even if they can sell one of them, I'm not sure they will get into the market. They have done this kind of dumbassery before, but they are smart. Real Madrid is some smart organization, so hopefully they go into the market. If they can sell even one of Asensio and Mariano and bring a rotation, bring a forward who can be rotated between right wing and the maybe can play even as a center forward when Benzema needs a little bit of rest or in absence of Benzema. We have heard that Ancelotti really liked Gabriel Jesus and he's non-EU, so that was a non-starter. I don't know why those reports were coming in, as long as Vinicius, Militao and Rodrigo don't get their Spanish passport, so we cannot sign another non-new player and keep him in our squad anyway. So that's really just total useless. And there are reports about Cristiano Ronaldo going to Atletico Madrid. Mendes is trying to engineer a move to Atletico Madrid. It's really sad reality. The kind of decisions Cristiano Ronaldo has taken after leaving Real Madrid is just, I don't know, it lacks intelligence on his entourage, on the people who give him the advice. His advisors didn't do a good job. If you're leaving Real Madrid, the three times Champions League winner, which you were the main protagonist of, you don't go to Juventus. Maybe you go to Bayern Munich, maybe you go to Manchester City, or maybe you go to something like that, who were on top of their game, whose teams are not on the decline. You go to those teams, you go for the top prizes, you go and try to enhance your legacy. He went to a declining Juventus team, and it was like it was just underwhelming, and we all know how it ended. Then the decision making again last season, when Manchester City is, asking for you, and at the last moment you change your decision, you go with emotions and stuff like that. Again, the advisors, I don't know, his entourage, his advisors, George Mendes, what they were doing, or if it was his own personal decision only. He made a mess of his decision. He maybe thought that he couldn't do something. When the coach is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you are really going to a it didn't really make sense. It didn't really make sense that he went to Manchester United. It was just wasting the last good years of your career, wasting it away. And now he is 1 year older and with less reputation. Even when in Juventus, he had better reputation, because the Premier League in Manchester United, they were a totally team on a downward spiral, and really out of form. Like everything from inside of the club to outside of the club, everything was falling apart. Then they sacked Solskjaer, and then they brought on someone who isn't really good at managing managing the teams, but he is better when he is in the background working, doing his work. And it went pear-shaped, and it was even worse. Ragnick's terms was one of the worst for Manchester United, and so he totally wasted 1 year of his career. And now the Mendes is looking everywhere to take him on, everywhere. Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Atletico, I don't know, Bayern Munich. If somehow Bayern Munich goes for him, that would be a good move. I don't know about Chelsea, Tuchel's. I don't know really. The forwards there barely get any goals. So he's I don't know if it's his system which is too rigid, or if it's the forwards. It's anyone's guess. But Chelsea would be an upgrade over Manchester United, but Chelsea has their own some sort of rebuild going on with most of their targets getting poached by Barcelona, like Koundé, Rafinha, and Barcelona also renewing Dembele, who was also a Chelsea target. Barcelona wants their captain Azpilicueta. Barcelona wants their left wing back Alonso and stuff like that. And then there is Atletico Madrid, which doesn't make sense one bit. Cristiano is a legend of Real Madrid, and going to Atletico makes it a little bit sour. I don't really care if he goes to Atletico, but it won't make any sense. He will just be playing in the Champions League. If Barcelona and Real Madrid don't drop the ball so bad that they drop their levels a lot, Atletico isn't gonna be suddenly challenging Barcelona and Real Madrid this season, because they had a really underwhelming season last season as well. And if you were a Cristiano Ronaldo who depends on service now, going to Simeone team, who are an ultra defensive team, and you will be starved of service. You will have to just wait around in the box, waiting for the ball to come to you. And I don't know, if you want to go to Atletico, just stay at Manchester United, man. Just stay at Manchester United, because it won't be much of an upgrade from going to Manchester United to Atletico Madrid right now. The only positive thing is he will get to play Champions League football. Maybe Atletico will challenge Real Madrid and Barcelona again with Cristiano, like they did when they won the league with David Villa, like they did when they won the league with Suarez. Simeone always does this, brings in aging forward, world-class forward, and then make something work with them, and goes for the title charge. So maybe it can work when it comes to going for the title, but in the Champions League, I'm not sure, because in the Champions League sometimes the teams have to go onto the front foot for the initiative. You have to take it to the other team, and Simeone's teams are not really known for that. So maybe Cristiano is looking to add more to his UCL legacy, and that's what he mostly is looking for right now. That's why Jorge Mendes is trying to engineer a move to Atletico. For me as a Madridista, if he leaves for Atletico Madrid, it would sting. And if Atletico somehow challenges us and beats us to the title, it would sting a lot. If Cristiano is there and contributes, it will sting a lot. But he can do whatever he wants. He's not our player right now, so I won't be like acting like a privileged fan that you cannot go there. He can find his own employment in Atletico Madrid, and he can play for them, but it won't be the same for a lot of more younger, or I guess reactionary Madrid fans, who would be really angry and be hating and stuff like that. So I don't know, some of his decisions, and his decision has already alienated some of his Manchester United fan base. Not the people who the people who already were against him. No, they were just looking for excuses. So I won't say that people who had supported him will turn on him, but I would say that I don't really care if he is going to Atletico Madrid right now, because he's not in his prime. It would have been different if he was going there after leaving Real Madrid or something like that. He has already left, went to Juventus, went to Manchester United, and now if he decides to go to Atletico, it's his choice. But if it was Barcelona or something like that, then yeah, that would be totally different. You cannot do that. So guys, thank you for watching. Kindly like and subscribe. See you in the next video.